This is William Paterson, Piano 2. And let's talk about one thing before we start. This is for March 25th. And the essentials will be the scherzo, which we started last time. I'm going to go over it again. I'm going to finish the whole simple gifts now. Harima is the same page 106 and the same B-flat scale, so nothing new. No class on March 30th or April 1st. No class at all. We will have regular classes. You'll follow your lesson. You'll have a video for these to practice. And we'll do April 6th and April 8th. Starting April 13th, we will go from home. When I say from home, I'm not going to be Zooming. We're going to do individual lessons from that point on. And it'll be April 13th and 15th, April 20th, 22nd, and then the finals, April 27th, 29th. You'll have individual lessons. I'll send you a schedule. You will have received it way before. You probably have it already, because I do these videos a week or two in advance. So what I want to do is I want to look at that page 125 in the essential book, which is the scherzo, and I want to explain it a little better than I explained it last time. I looked at what I said last time, and it wasn't as clear as I would have liked it to be. We don't always get things right. So, this scherzo, if you just think of interlocking thumbs, that your right hand's going to be thirds up, and your left hand's going to be thirds down. And the name of the chord is on top here. It's like topsy-turvy was, where the chord was on top. So it's C, E, G. Left hand is B, G, E. So the left hand is technically playing E minor. Right hand is technically playing C major, but together it's a C major 7. That's the name of the chord right here with your right thumb. In the next measure, you just shift up one. And that could be a D minor 7 chord. It could be an F6 chord, whatever you want to call it. But notice I moved, move, 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 back, down, down. It just keeps moving. But nothing moves except the position. It's just like a typewriter. You just move with the carriage. So, second measure, F. You say, back, C major 7. That's a B half diminished 7 chord. Don't worry about it. And then back down. Here's a C6 chord. Left hand's playing C major, right hand's playing A minor. Now, in measure 6, 7, 8, in measure 8, you have a D, and then you have F, A, B, D, F. It's the same as measure 4. And the sudden pause, the sudden halt, is to disrupt. Just a little bit of a shocker. And then measure 9. That's a rise, that's a bass line. Measure 9, measure 10, measure 11, measure 12. You don't have to look now. You can memorize this in probably 20 minutes. And then measure 13, the old what goes up must come down. And it ends. So, sound them out as chords. Measure 1, measure 2, measure 3. Always, always think chordally or scales. Anything you play, think of a scale or chords. And we're going to do simple gifts, and that, of course, has chords in the left hand, and in the right hand, scales. All seconds, all seconds. So thirds, seconds, look for what you know to label it and characterize it. So that's the scherzo. It sounds like this. You got to play So it starts mezzo forte, there's a nice crescendo, measure 9 up, and then it diminishes all the way to the end, decrescendos to the end. And that's it. I'm gonna do the whole simple gifts because everything else you now know. For March 25th, you've gotta know the essential, that scherzo. Simple gifts, the first 24 measures, I'm gonna do that, plus I'm gonna add the next since we have the week off. And then page 106, you'll review, because we will have done it already now twice, and the B flat scale. And that's it. And then when we come back April 6th, you'll see on your lesson plan what's due, and just stay with it. It'll be something brand new. And that's it. You'll have a video of that way in advance. You'll have the April 6th video probably the end of March. So don't worry about any of that. Let me do simple gifts all the way through with you, every single variation. And let's make it all come together now. So you now know the left hand is nothing but F, A, C, E, G, B flat, C. Right? That's all it is. And the right hand is scales. All scales. Except here where it goes, that's an outline of a chord. Scales, pattern, scale, scale, scale. Repeated notes, scales, chords, that's all music's made up of. Nothing but. You have a note that's a C, the next note's an A, well, that's part of an F chord. The next note's a D, it's part of a C scale. Same note, it's a repeated note, that's it. Nothing left. Whatever note you play to the next note forms something. So, you already know this. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 2. Get rid of this thumb so that you can play that thumb on C, and then 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch to 5, and just stay in an F position. Then you just arpeggiate the chord. Just breaking them up. It's just what you played in the first line. You've got to get that first line perfect, perfect, perfect. So you can focus and concentrate on the left hand. Otherwise, you're going to have a big, big problem. Alberti bass, I wrote it in quarter notes, so it would be. But if you had me last semester for Piano 1, we played them in eighth notes. If you find it easier playing eighth notes, by all means do it. Or quarter. Doesn't matter to me. Most students, by the way, I've noticed when they play Alberti bass, they just get it going first. Then they just throw it in. That measure, if you leave your left thumb down, you'll have a problem. You have to get it up. So you can do that. All the same. That would have sounded like this with the eighth notes. It sounds harder, but it actually isn't. But play the quarter notes. If they're perfect and they come easy, have fun, double it up. Now, bass chord means exactly that. You have an F chord, play the bass note. So it's bass. C chord. By the way, I let go of the thumb here and measure 32, so you can have the right thumb. So, no thumb. And bass, chord, chord, bass, chord, chord. If you have a pedal on your piano, it's great to push the pedal down for the F. So while you're reaching for this, there's no gap, otherwise it's... Try to get this without even looking. Let your left hand learn how to get from here to here, from here to here. But that's the whole piece now. Now you know what to do with it. You have an A flat scale, a B flat scale. You have to learn them. And it should be easy because you had D flat, E flat, F sharp for the first half of the semester. Some of you did not do well on the midterm with those scales. So you may struggle with the A flat, B flat. Go back to that D flat, learn it perfectly, and everything should come easy after that. The B flat scale is different. It's different, it has different fingerings. I went over it last time. So be careful of those fingerings. That's the only hard scale, B flat. And I'll be working with you anyway in a week from now. And I'm looking forward to when we finally get together one-on-one. Things are gonna be a lot different then. And we can focus on anything you want individually. And that's it for now. So have a good week, and I'll see you the following week.